Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we need to have a serious talk about something that's been on my mind. And if you're in the crypto space, it should be on yours too. I'm seeing a lot of chatter, a lot of fee, and a lot of people getting ready to sell their DAO. I'm here today to give you a bit of an urgent warning. Hitting that sell button right now could be one of the biggest financial mistakes you make this year. I know that's a bold statement. But stick with me for the next few minutes, and I'll explain exactly why I believe this. We're going to break down what's really happening behind the scenes, and it involves one of the biggest names in finance. So for those who might be new to this, let's quickly cover what DAO is. TAO is the native cryptocurrency of the Bittensor network. Now, Bittensor isn't just another blockchain project. Think of it as a decentralized network for machine learning and artificial intelligence. Instead of one single company like Google or OpenAI controlling a massive AI model, Bittensor creates a global open-source marketplace. In this marketplace, AI models from all over the world compete with each other, learn from each other, and get rewarded in TAO for contributing value to the network. It's essentially creating a global brain, a decentralized intelligence that is constantly improving. This is a revolutionary concept because it democratizes AI, taking the power out of the hands of a few tech giants and distributing it across a global network. The DAO token is the lifeblood of this entire ecosystem. It's used to reward the miners, which are the AI models, and it's used for governance, allowing token holders to have a say in the future of the network. The potential here is absolutely massive. We're talking about disrupting the entire AI industry, which is projected to be worth trillions of dollars. Now, let's get to the main event, the reason for today's video. The bombshell news is that Grayscale, one of the world's largest digital currency asset managers, has filed for a new trust. And guess what's in it? They're exploring a Grayscale dynamic income fund, and one of the assets they vest specifically named as a potential holding is Bittensor's DAO. Let me repeat that. Grayscale, a company that manages billions of dollars in crypto assets and is a major gateway for institutional money, is publicly signaling its interest in DAO. This isn't just some random rumor on Twitter. This is a public filing, a document that signals serious intent. They're looking at assets that can generate yield, and DAO, through its staking and reward mechanisms within the Bittensor ecosystem, fits that profile perfectly. This is a huge vote of confidence. So, what does this Grayscale filing actually mean for the price of DAO? Let's connect the dots. When a firm like Grayscale creates a product, whether it's an ETF or a trust, they don't just put a name on a piece of paper. They have to actually go out and buy the underlying asset to back that product. If this fund goes live and they decide to include TAO, Grayscale will need to start accumulating massive amounts of DAO tokens from the open market. We're not talking about a retail investor buying a few $100s worth. We're talking about an institution potentially buying millions or even tens of millions of dollars worth of DAO. This creates immense buying pressure. Now think about supply and demand. TAO has a finite supply, just like Bitcoin. When you have a massive new buyer entering the market, a buyer with incredibly deep pockets, and the supply is limited, what do you think happens to the price? It doesn't take a genius to figure out that the price is likely to go up significantly. We've seen this movie before. Remember what happened with Bitcoin when the spot ETFs were approved. We saw a massive run-up in price leading into the approval and continued strength afterwards. Why? Because it opened the floodgates for institutional and mainstream capital to flow in easily. The Grayscale filing for DAO is like the first tremor before the earthquake. It's the institutional world planting its flag and saying, we see the value here, and we want a piece of it. This isn't a guarantee that they will launch the fund tomorrow, but it is the strongest signal we have received to date that big money is coming for DAO. They are doing their due diligence, they are preparing the legal framework, and they're getting ready. Selling your DAO right now would be like selling your Bitcoin in 2020, right before MicroStrategy and Tesla started adding it to their balance sheets. You'd be selling to the very institutions that are about to trigger the next major price surge. So why on earth would anyone be selling now? This is the part that baffles me. It mostly comes down to fear, uncertainty, and doubt, or flee. The crypto market is volatile. We see red days, we see prices dip, and people panic. They see a 10 or 20% drop, and they think the project is dead. They forget the bigger picture. They're looking at the daily chart instead of the yearly roadmap. They listen to anonymous accounts on social media spreading negativity, trying to shake out weak hands so they can buy in cheaper themselves. Don't fall for it. You have to ask yourself, are you trading based on emotion, or are you investing based on fundamentals? The fundamental news here is overwhelmingly bullish. An institution with the credibility and financial power of Grayscale is publicly acknowledging TAO's potential. This is not the time to have paper hands. This is the time to have conviction. Think about the asymmetry of the situation. What's the risk versus the reward? If you sell now, you might lock in a small profit or cut a small loss. But what's the potential reward you're giving up? You're giving up the potential for a 2x, a 5x, maybe even a 10x or more as institutional capital begins to flow into this relatively low-cap asset. The people who make life-changing money in crypto are the ones who identify revolutionary technology early and have the conviction to hold through the volatility. They don't sell at the first sign of trouble, and they certainly don't sell when a giant like Grayscale is knocking on the door. Selling now is essentially front-running your own losses. You're letting the institutions buy your bags at a discount right before they launch the vehicle that will send the price soaring. It is like leaving the stadium in the final minutes of the championship game when your team is about to score the winning touchdown. Let me be clear. This is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. The entire purpose of this channel is to share information, to analyze developments in the market, and to help you think critically. You absolutely must do your own research. Don't just listen to me. Don't just listen to anyone on the internet. Go and read the Grayscale filing for yourself. Go to the Bittensor website and read their white paper. Understand the technology. Understand the tokenomics. Build your own conviction based on facts, not on fear or hype. The more you understand the fundamentals of Bittensor and the implications of this Grayscale news, the less likely you will be to panic sell. Your knowledge is your best defense against market volatility and FUD. So, what's the smart move? In my opinion, it's to hold. And for those who have been waiting for an entry, this could be a golden opportunity. The market is giving you a chance to position yourself before the herd arrives. The institutional train is leaving the station, and this Grayscale filing is the conductor blowing the whistle. You can either jump on board or stand on the platform and watch it go by. When you see news this fundamentally significant, it should drown out the daily price noise. This is a signal, not a guarantee, but in the world of investing, strong signals are the closest thing you get to a crystal ball. Don't let short-term fear cloud your long-term vision. The convergence of decentralized computing and AI is one of the most powerful narratives in this market cycle, and Bittensor is at the very heart of it. In conclusion, before you even think about selling your DAO, take a deep breath and look at the big picture. We have a revolutionary project democratizing AI, and one of the largest digital asset managers in the world is publicly signaling their intent to create a financial product for it. This is a classic recipe for a significant price appreciation. Selling now would be ignoring all the signs and potentially leaving a massive amount of money on the table. Be smart, be patient, and base your decisions on research, not on emotion. The choice is yours, but I hope this information helps you make a more informed one. Thanks so much for tuning in today. I know this was a bit of a longer, more serious video, but this news was too important to ignore. If you found this breakdown helpful and want to stay ahead of the curve on major crypto developments, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. It really helps the channel out, and you won't miss crucial updates like this one. As always, do your own research. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you in the next video.